All right, class, settle down, settle down. Everybody to their seats, to your seats. Yes, very good. All right, today's lesson, we're going to be going over the Glendale archives. Essentially, what happens if you place one person to be the last human on Earth? Except there's these weird creatures that try to kill them every once in a while. So, class, what do you think will be the first thing that happens? Yes, you over there.
Wouldn't you get bored, I guess?
Yes, that's quite possible. You probably get bored after a while. Yes, yes, yes. And any others? Any others? What else do you think it would be happening? Yes, you little one over there.
I would feel pretty lonely if it was me.
That's exactly right. He would not just get bored, but he would also get very lonely. We've been seeing that towards the last addition to this franchise. Now, what do you do when you're lonely? Yes, you.
I would get a job at a supermarket, preferably as a stock boy.
I don't know what a job at a supermarket would do, but you know, he is the last human being. You have to remember this. Well, there's only one answer that could actually happen. We going on vacation, baby. That was my attempt at a very cool intro. Anyway, hi. Welcome back to another update. This time with the Glendale archives. Today's video, apparently our protagonist goes on vacation. That's all I know. That's all I saw him do, I guess. I don't know. That's what the thumbnail says. It's 40 minutes. The 40-minute long vacation. So this is going to go great. Let's get to it. I'm the last man on Earth. I went on vacation. As the name of this episode. That's why I can safely assume, without having to see it, that he's going on vacation. Yep.
A couple days ago,
Whoa.
I decided to head.
Whoa. Did he get it? He got attacked. Looked at him. Looked at him? That's a sentence I said. Look at his ass, man. His face got fucked. Demonetization within like 5 minutes. Easy.
A couple
He got
days
ripped.
ago,
Holy
I decided
crap.
to head south down the coast. Not only have my previous efforts to find other people failed, I was feeling cooped up in Big House.
Wait, you don't think I'd already thought of that? Of course I'd want some furniture in here. Well, I don't have the manpower. I'm here by myself. What are you gonna do? Jump out of the little box and come help me?
Oh, yeah. We saw this in like the 8-minute video, like during our watch along of the series. By the way, check that out if you want to. Haha, plug. And he is starting to really lose his mind, which as one would. Humans are very sociable creatures. So you put him in a situation where he can't even communicate with people, like, or talk to anyone, and just eternally alone. This is pretty much what's going to happen. You start go stir crazy, and he's getting temperamental. He's doing things, getting pissed off more. He's not as relaxed as he was. It's very much an attempt, like with this and also with the self-care one, he's like trying to get dopamine. And it's like he's eating cereal, he's eating more sweets, which was the entire thing. Is like you eat the things that you love, right? Of like you're alone, you do things that you love to get that little bit of dopamine so you don't feel like absolute like crazy. Which I just pieced that together. That should have been my original watch along, but here we are. He is very much just he's it's not working anymore. As it wouldn't. Dopamine is like, you know, we need to keep things different almost every time, right? Like this is how our brains work. We need to be entertained. I guess entertain's not the right word, but like just the concept of the like kicking that chemical in their brain. And yeah, things are not working anymore.
Furious. I know you're the captain. No, just shut up, please. Please, I've heard you 100 please just
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
So I did what anyone else would do when they're stressed. Go on vacation.
You know what? Fair enough. My wife needs a vacation, that's for sure.
I also needed to leave for a while because I think some nesters were beginning to suspect I was inside the house.
God, look how long and lanky they are. Jesus.
I decided to go to my
Was that our cover? I think that was our shot. Like, let's go back and look at this. I think, yeah, I think this is our logo. Well, look at that. The new video for the logo of the channel, except it's all not, you know, contrast up, but interesting.
I decided to go to my family's old vacation spot down the coast. As a kid, it was a safe haven for me. I didn't need a car, no tall buildings. The water was warmer than the air. I think being in my childhood home all alone has made me long for my people even more. Part of me even wonders if this is my house. If me and my siblings were ever really there. There's evidence of me being there, but it's always with a caveat like, the names me and my childhood friends etched in wood don't look the same.
Right there.
Whole movies that I dug out of the ceiling are all scrambled.
So, is this like... So we had the assumption this entire time that he is actually like... Well, I was going to say we had like the assumption in the beginning that he actually is the last person in the world. However, I think it was like, what was it? The third video where we saw like there's an independent team making this video series, essentially, like archive, like unearthing these archives, cleaning up the footage that they found. And that's the whole point of this channel. Like, so is he starting to realize that now that maybe this is not his actual house? Interesting. Okay, so this could lead up to maybe he's going to try to get out. Well, I feel like, you know what? I can't even make that safe assumption. I was going to say we can make a safe assumption. He probably didn't. If we're looking at these in the past, with like the hindsight of just looking through these videos and like, oh, this happened already, which obviously that's what found footage is. But it's the fact that like he could have gotten out and he just dropped this shit out and just found a new life, right? What if he never existed? What if it was just like a social experiment? What if in our world he never existed? Because I feel like that'd be one of the first things I would want to try to do. Is like, if I'm doing this archive work to unearth this shit, it's like, who is this man? Look up his home. Like, I'm sure you unearth an address if it's supposed to be a replica of the world. I'm sure you could find it, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm too inspector. What the fuck?
And I'll retrieve things from my childhood.
What the hell?
I keep misplacing them around the house. It was all getting to me.
What?
My
Is that a
plan was
bird?
to come here, stay where we used to stay, go where we used to go, do what we used to do. I needed something familiar. So I packed up and left.
Congrats on finding that NC64, by the way.
Along the way, a relaxing weekend got swallowed whole by this world.
Are we going to be introduced to a new entity? So we had the creepers. Where the fuck? I don't remember what they're called. He called them already. But like now we're going to be something introduced with the sea? Oh, fuck. Log entry, vacation.
I was excited the day I left. I packed mostly everything I used to as a kid.
Okay, first I'm gonna bring my handgun. I carry this with
You can't say the show does not have comedy. Because that...
Mostly used to as a kid.
Okay.
I was excited the day I left. I packed mostly everything I used to as a kid.
Okay, first I'm gonna bring my hand.
That's great. That's funny as hell. That's... This series is able to switch like all over the place, like so well. Like, it's one of the like great things about this series, like that's I think is gaining traction, is the fact that it can go into the mental health of someone's like of a certain person's situation, the vulnerability of it all. Then it gets really like terrifying, like a traditional type like online horror or just horror in general, and then comedy. Oh, an occasional cooking video, of course.
Gun. I carry this with me when I travel.
It's light, but it fires heavy. I like the feel of the matte black finish and how it grips. It's simple, accurate, point, shoot. I only use it for desperate measures because the sound can attract other nesters. Second, I need sound makers, which is just basically empty cans and loose change. This will distract nesters and deter them.
Is that like Olipop?
And of course,
I've never had an Olipop. I don't think I want to. They don't look that good to me.
I never left for a vacation without my N64.
Don't hold it like
I'm
that.
gonna bring GoldenEye, Mario Kart, Smash. Also gonna bring some VHS tapes and some other movies.
Are we going OG?
It's a beautiful day.
That's probably his own collection he did too.
I'm really happy. I think I've made it through the harshest of the winter. I've had this N64 for 20 years now. It's one of
God.
the oldest things that I own. Dates all the way back to when I was 9 years old. Wow. I remember I changed schools that year because the
he's like 30?
previous school's curriculum was moving too fast, and I was diagnosed with a learning disability. They put me on these weird meds that were meant to help me focus, but all they really did was take away my appetite and dehydrate me.
It's like it's like the millennial problem. I feel like, right? I feel like it's like the one thing that happened that was like very pivotal in millennial generation of the fact that like, oh, he's not learning as well. Let's get him checked out. Okay, does he have a learning disability? Because we're just starting to finally actually give a fuck about some form of that. All right, just give him fucking meth, I guess. Like, prescription meth. Maybe that'll help out.
I was the new
As
kid,
I was
so I
once
bullied a
said
lot at this
person.
new school. It was literally a 1.5 year period where I had no friends, I was malnourished, and I was bullied. And to be honest, I think my parents thought I was making it all up. So I didn't feel safe at home. I didn't feel safe at school, which are the two places a kid spends most of their time. So I never felt safe.
Rough.
I used to fake being sick all the time because I was terrified to go to school. I'd make fake throw up, try and convince my parents I was sick. I remember one day I tried adding mouthwash because I thought it would give the throw up an off color. My dad took one whiff, smelled the mouthwash, and he knew it was fake. I was going to school.
Talk about
I remember
labyrinth.
kicking and screaming, and I'll never forget, one day it snowed really bad, and both me and my brother got a snow day. I was so excited. My brother and I got up really early. We made 007 movies in the snow with the family camcorder. We'd fight over who was going to play James Bond and who was going to play the villain. And we played on this N64 all day. Nothing has ever come close to the relief that I felt that day. No school, no bullies.
This is like such a millennial like horror series in my opinion, like the modern version of that, because like there's a lot of millennials in my opinion that feel like are chasing that type of nostalgia and carefree. That they're chasing that nostalgia and for that carefree feeling that we just don't have in our daily lives. And like this has nothing to do with the topic, but it just made me think of like I kind of understand why younger generations kind of get like look at millennials. This is like how it always happens. Like I think there's like a certain like generational look of like, y'all are fucking weird. I can understand why they look because like maybe they don't have that type of like had those type of memories, right? Because they get at least in America, childhoods have gotten kind of worse and worse as time has come on, and like in a lot of ways, a millennial childhood was a vastly different type of obviously different than a Gen Z or Gen Alpha, but like I can probably contest for what it seems like definitely less stressful. Like you actually could be a child in a lot of ways, and then like you see these younger generations unfortunately have not been able to because of all this shit going on. And like we kind of have see that with like millennials with some of the shit that's happened, like as we've grown up. But in a lot of cases for these younger generations, terrible shit happened when they were still children and having to process that, right? It's so I think like this is like a problem that I think definitely like years ago with like millennials of like trying to chase that with like video games and like anime or stuff like that. This feels very familiar to me. That's what I'm trying to say. This feels very familiar because like I think this is a common thing that's happening a lot with that generation specifically.
No adults. No lying my way into staying home. Just me and my brother in a warm basement. Snow falling outside. Playing this N64. With the dread of the day ending stalking me constantly.
I was reluctant to go outside that day. The radio kept insisting something was out there and I didn't want to think about it. I've seen it in the woods behind my house. Doesn't look like the other nesters.
I love how they do
I
these
watched it
shots
slip
too. They're
past
so
one of my
good.
traps like it understood it. I don't know
Oh,
if it's seen me, but if it has, I can't shake the feeling that I won't be okay. All I know is it's out there, wandering.
so is this like his own hell? Like at this point, like are we at that point with this series now? Like why is he here? Which is like I wonder if we'll ever get that answer. But then it's like, is this like his own hell? Because like these things are evolving. Like it's almost like he's stuck in his own mind in a lot of ways, right? And these are his like worries attacking him, and it's like it feels very mental health, which is not nothing new. Um, Hi, I'm Mary. Mary had a very similar situation with like evolving with like dealing with like your mental health and everything personified in a lot of ways, like with like how you see yourself and body images especially. So like it's nothing new, but is this what's happening is that he's dealing with this of like having to deal with the always feeling alone no matter what. It definitely feels like his only like companion was his brother. Is he like did something happen to his brother? Not we have any indication of that, but like it's a valid question. Did something happen to his brother that locked him away into this type of situation? Because this is the first time we've like really heard him talk about it. He's not like saying anything like negative or positive either, but like I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching a little too far ahead of the story, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that. If this is a type of like limbo or like some type of thing, not to go like I guess well limbo's not really religious, but you know what I mean. Like he's in a space, he's in like a space, a type of dimension, and he's having to deal with his encroaching like mentality. I don't know, man. Like it feels something about it just feels very much like he has to deal with his mental health, like and problems with that. It's like a personification of that or some shit. I don't know.
Look at this Reddleberry cabbage patch. You can make a salad with this summer.
Ooh,
It's delicious, super crunchy. There's gonna be no
the
shortage
whiplash.
of
Like I said,
Reddleberry cabbage. It grows all summer. So this is the stream I'm following. It doesn't look like it now, but the stream will turn into a river, and then that river leads out into the ocean. There are some other maps that are left behind. I see them chiseled on trees, things like that, but it could very well be a nester, a mid-stage nester. It's trying to lure you
mid
someplace
stage.
very dangerous.
Has he talked about stages of these guys? Nesters, these mid-stage nesters. Are these okay? Now, are these actual like former people becoming zombies essentially, but like they get evolved over time? What's happening?
Someplace very dangerous.
Oh. What the fuck?
I had already made it miles from Big House.
Jesus.
I just needed to clear past the pit by sundown. And then the next stop was my vacation zone. The pit is a natural depression in the earth, also known as a basin. Steep inclines on all sides. Nesters fall into it and can't get out. So it's basically a big pit full of hundreds of nesters. It's hard to see at night, so I needed to make sure I cleared it during the day. Along the way, I decided to make a few
Fair
pit
enough.
stops. First, the market.
Hannaford. Never heard of that store. It must be like a southern or East Coast thing. East Coast? Yeah, they're East Coast, right? Starburst. See, a lot of candy.
This
Is what I'm saying though. Like, this kind of goes back to like he's trying to get things that give him dopamine, right? Because he's like, I know it's probably easier just to get prepackaged food. However, it's the choice of Doritos, candies, soda. I'm like, this all have sugar, and sugar makes you feel good. So I'm like, I think this is his attempt of like trying to stay calm, like trying to stay sane.
The second stop was less about necessity and more about fulfilling a dream I'd carried with me since childhood.
GameStop? Oh, music shop. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at something on the side of my screen. I got distracted.
It was all mine.
Sweet. Baby.
Wait, was that?
I think I'm gonna take this one.
Question. Was that like a $3,000 guitar? That is a $3,000 guitar. I forgot how expensive instruments can be. I bought a bass when I was in high school that came with an amp, cable. It's electric bass. The bass, a bag for like $100. And I'm like, 3,000? That's 1,300, 1,400. Jesus Christ.
Nice. I think I'm gonna take this one.
It was getting late, so I needed to make some serious headway. I knew I was getting closer because the trees got fewer and farther between. Eventually, I saw the water in the town I once knew.
What's that? Was that a cow?
Water in the town I once knew.
What is that? A crab or a cow? Oh, it's an elephant. I didn't see it at first. It's an elephant. Understandable. They put an elephant on their water tower? Interesting.
I wasted no time.
Yeah, this is so East
I
Coast.
ran
What the
straight
fuck
for
is
the
this?
ocean.
Never been to the ocean, fun fact. Never been to a beach.
God, this is so beautiful.
God, how early in the day did you have to go to do this? I feel like you would at least find one person at the beach. It's a fucking beach.
That is where I'll be staying tonight.
God, his family had money. These are expensive ass places, man.
After letting the ocean drown out my thoughts for a while, I headed into town. When we were kids, we'd spend mornings running through these alleys before grabbing stacks of pancakes at King's Cottage.
Oh. This is a pretty town. Where the fuck is this? This is nice. I would love to go here.
Later, I'd meet my grandpa at a little corner store where he'd sip coffee while I drank cold orange soda.
That explains the Fanta.
The memories were all rushing back to me.
I feel like in a situation like this, it's a double-edged sword, right? Like, yeah, you're gonna feel good. But I feel like depending on your situation, it's gonna feel bittersweet. I think that might be also just on my mind because I've decided to go back to Destiny 2 right now. As recording this, it just died. And that is a game that have been in my life for like 10 plus years, and like playing through Final Shape, which was very much an end of a story. Feeling like that is the end of the story, even though I have like 2 more expansions, but that's being the beginning of the send off for that game for me is like, oh, this is bittersweet. Nostalgic, but bittersweet. I used to get that type of feeling anyway because I did enjoy playing that game, even when I end up being by myself. And this feels like a very much like a more impactful, I would say. This is way more impactful for the series of going to somewhere that is nostalgia. Like, yeah, you're going to get those great memories that you had, but then it starts to feel bittersweet, in my opinion. Like, it's just, you enjoy it, but like, well, you can't make new memories. Being nostalgic about certain things is great, but it's important to be able to move on. And unfortunately, our protagonist right now is not able to create those new memories and continue forward. This is very much I'm realizing now, that's why I think this is like kind of like could be a limbo. It's like he's just stuck. And all he has, when you're stuck, all you have is your past. Like, you think about that constantly. You can't move forward, can't make new memories. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure all the memories are going great and everything, but I'm sure it feels like bittersweet as well.
By the time I made it to our hotel, it was getting dark. I needed to make sure the hotel was empty.
God, that's gorgeous at night, though. I ain't gonna lie. I want to know how he gets these shots. Like, truly. These are not in-game. These are actual physical locations. Like, in a blender or anything. But how? Just that semblance of quiet. No one around. It's astonishing what he's able to, like, what shots he's able to get. Like, and also cooperation. If these, like, he's going to these places, asking them, hey, can I film a thing? But can we have, like, can we close it off? Like, no one come through these areas when I'm filming. It's gonna, just so it has that, a feeling of, like, there's no one left here. And the fact that people are, like, especially this establishment, this looks like a massive establishment. Like, very popular, probably very, big place. To allow that is kind of crazy. All this 100% had like slaves as the wait staff. 100%. That's like how old this place is. I'm sure you can find us like a slave quarters down in like the basement or some bullshit. That's a lot of flags. Gorgeous ass building though, I ain't gonna lie. This has a lot of history. But this is what I'm saying. Like, how do you get this type of pull? Granted, a lot of times it just helps to ask, because a lot of these places are independently owned. They're not corporations. So sometimes just asking a question is like, hey, can I do this? They'll be down. They'll be 100% enthusiastic about it too. It's like, yeah, of course. Great publicity for the location as well.
Luckily, hotels have kind of a built-in security system. Endless rooms. There's over 100 rooms in this place. Even if an investor did wander in, it wouldn't know where to look or how to find me. The chances of it stumbling upon this room are slim, so for now, I feel safe.
Oh, okay. I was like looking at those doors. I didn't say nothing because I was like, well, let's just keep going. Maybe I could just see how it goes. I didn't realize it would be like a double door situation. You know? To keep the aesthetics and then a proper door. You have to go with a double bedroom, right? A double bed. Free reign of entire place. I don't know if I probably would want to go check out the penthouse, but like the penthouse is like the most popular room. But But if you just had to go with a normal ass room, a double bed, or like the biggest bed they have, it's a vacation. Be greedy about your space. Oh yeah, we get to see the camera for once. I say as if we've probably seen it several times and I just don't remember.
All right, I think we're safe.
Yay, safe. What is that?
I think we're
Ex-girlfriend?
safe.
Ex-girlfriend. What a tape player as well, by the way. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's very interesting. B's being slow today.
All right, let me show you the setup. We got Goldeneye up
Ooh,
right now
gaming,
on TV.
baby.
Great game.
006
gaming
is a
time.
lying, stealing bastard. Don't believe a word he says.
We got Mario Kart.
I'll try my best.
Yes!
We got Smash Bros.
This hand used to freak me out so much.
We got The World Is Not Enough. Underrated, I think. Got a little Fanta right here. Pineapple, the best. We got Fruity
Pineapple?
Pebbles. Bunch of other
Interesting.
snacks over here.
I do think it's interesting. It's like, yeah, you're at a beach and everything, but like one of the first things you did do once you got to your hotel room and start playing video games, it's just, I don't know, just something about this feels like a very millennial thing to do. Like, but not just any video games, but like old school games for that nostalgia vibe.
And a few of my favorite movies that I brought from home. Doing pretty good. I've already crushed a few different sodas. Yeah, I'm eating my weight in sugar tonight.
Yeah, that's probably the point. It's a vacation. You got to do what makes you happy.
Cheers. Man, this is exactly.
Is that closet open? Okay, that closet has not moved, but that closet is open.
Man, this is exactly what I needed. I was so pent up at Big House. I just needed to get free and get out, just to enjoy myself.
I don't think that's
It's
it.
amazing what laughter and playing can do for the soul.
You need to change of
Doing
space.
things without a purpose, just to enjoy the feeling of doing something.
I mean, that's kind of true, but still.
Something that needs no right outcome. It calms the inner world to do that. I remember I used to get home from work and I'd sit on my sofa, binge a show, get some takeout, and by the end of the night, I just felt more tired. It wasn't rest. I needed playfulness, laughter. All the things I lost over the years. Watching a movie before.
I'm just like thinking. It's like, yeah, I guess that's you're right. However, it's very odd to put that in the situation you're in, I guess, because like nothing's keeping you there, I suppose, outside of like you chose to be there originally as a way to like reconnect. Like you were already having that problem in your apartment, one for survival, but you chose that location because you thought it would make you feel better, and it did for a while. We saw that it did, but. And then it just started to become like he was like getting changed because, well, it started getting mundane and like you started losing your sanity a bit more because like you're by yourself, right? Like the dopamine's thing, like nothing is actually happening that's helping you like stay sane. And like, yeah, getting cooped up and everything, but like you can still go out and about and look around, but like it's just such a reoccurring theme of like by yourself. I'm like, you're gonna lose your mind because you're gonna want to share it with other people. You need camaraderie, you know. We need friendships. We need relationships to survive. Like we show this type of media all the time because it's terrifying. Because in its own way, it's a psychological horror. Even when it's not even a true psychological horror, it's like being by yourself is never ideal for a human being because we just don't want to do it. And I keep racking on that, but like that's all the themes. Like, yeah, he's right. He needed a vacation, but like, from what, dude? Like, you chose to be in that house, I guess. Like, in this type of situation, it feels very weird. Like, I don't think anything's keeping you chained. You know, there's not like you could always go somewhere else to change it up, but then it's like, I don't know. I think it's just like it's without him admitting it. He just needed to get out to keep his sanity. Well, he did admit that in a sense, but I'm not. It's just the reasoning doesn't feel exactly the same. It feels very much of like, no, I don't want to just die through mental like stress, essentially.
Toward bed, but my eyes are getting heavy, so I think I'm gonna hit the hay. Tomorrow should be fun. I'm gonna explore the town some, hit the boardwalk. I'm glad to be here. It was a good night. Anyway, good night.
Good night. I mean, that's part of the reason why he's also recording these videos, so he doesn't feel alone. I can't help but feel like a lot of the reason like we even do a lot of things is for other people, right? Like the fact is, yeah, he wanted to learn guitar, but I wonder how much of like he would loved it. Like he's recording a video, so it's like I think he wants someone to hear him play the guitar. And I'm like just thinking it's like how much of like things that we want to do, we also want other people to see us do it. It's like content creation in a lot of ways too. It's like, yeah, we want to do this stuff. I made this thing. Please, people, look at it. Acknowledge me that I did something cool. It's like, in a way, that's like a sociable action. In a way, right? It's like you just want to be seen. In a lot of ways, you want to be seen, even though he says he doesn't like. He contradicts himself, but then again, I think that's also part of the point of this whole series is that he does contradict himself because he like said it earlier, he likes the loneliness, but like the action of him recording his time for no one says otherwise, in my opinion. And also, you can say the same thing about the guitar. You could do it for yourself, yes, but you would probably also would love for someone else to see it, right? I think deep down we have a little bit of that. Like you want someone to see you play, you know, see your progress, someone acknowledge you in that fact. Like a person is never fully want to be alone because we have that instinct of sociability in our DNA, essentially. Like it's instinctual to be acknowledged or around other people. I keep bracking on that, but like that's literally what this whole series is about, especially this video more so. If it was the case, he wouldn't be doing any of this. Ooh, potatoes.
This breakfast is
toast.
perfect, if I do say so myself. I love making like a bacon and egg sandwich.
That's a beautiful toast, man.
Some of the egg. Throw some bacon on.
Man, my eggs never look that fluffy. What am I doing wrong? I was told that milk works, but I'm like, I've also been told if you beat the shit out of it and just put air in it, it also does the same thing, but it never comes out that fluffy.
Piece of toast on top. Got some crispy potatoes.
Potato.
Bacon. The coffee tastes phenomenal.
I love those
sounds
cups.
Crazy, but
I have one.
tastes infused with like mocha and cherries. It's nice to have a whole hotel kitchen to yourself. Cook up a nice breakfast. There is one nester outside that I can see. He seems dormant and sort of lost, so I'm not too worried about him. I don't think it's noticed me. Reminds me a lot of the room we stayed in when we were kids. You know, we had the 2 beds. Parents slept in this bed, and then all my brother and my sister jam-packed into this bed over here. Fortunately, we had to stop coming to this hotel because it got so expensive, you know. When we were growing up, it was affordable. for my parents to take me, my brothers and sisters.
I was gonna say.
On a vacation here for like a week, but a couple celebrities stayed here, and the
Oh.
prices went way up, and we just couldn't afford it anymore. So, luckily, there's no bill.
Hallelujah.
I'm a full man. I'm gonna get ready. Hit the town.
Excuse you, finish your plate, good sir. He's got a beautiful voice. How did you get these shots? Like, what the fuck? I'm always flabbergasted by these shots of this shit, man. Like, yeah, like how? How'd you do this? Like, the timings must be fantastic that you just like were able to at least get snippets of it.
And I can see your silhouettes, they run away inside my head.
Oh, that's cool. That's clever.
Leaving no footprints in sand. Can you remember?
Where is this? This is great. Very touristy town, but it looks crazy to go to. Look at that low tide. Is that low tide? I'm pretty sure that's low tide. It's funny where low tide goes that low. Honestly, as someone who's never been in the ocean, seeing that would boggle my brain.
Strangers again. Just like we were on East Hampton.
This nester has been sort of lurking and inconveniencing my path.
Yeah.
I don't think it's seen me, but I'm gonna use a noisemaker to draw some attention.
That's so quiet. Maybe I'm also reaching it. I love the whole notion of like maybe the fact that we're seeing more of the noisemakers and everything along with the vacation is like a subtle thing of like, this is all a distraction to your current situation that you're in. And no matter what, you have to go back to it and actually deal with it. That might just be me. I think that's just me just thinking too hard. Salty water taffy. Salty water. It's salty water taffy now, not salt water. Salties. I don't think I've ever had saltwater taffy. I'm not into sticky candies like that. That's not my favorite. As if I say is like gummies are fantastic. I love peach rings. Fry! Curlies? As what else would it be called? What else would it be called? Grab-a-weena? Grab-a-weena? You can't be doing that. That's not how you do that. I love all these restaurants, by the way. Like, it's so like touristy spot, but it looks great. Like even this vibe of touristy is just not popular anymore.
This is the emptiest I've ever seen this boardwalk. So I'm just sitting here for a moment.
Yeah.
This is bringing back a lot of memories for me, but as expected, this place is completely deserted. Aside from a few nesters here and there, most of them caught a few on the boardwalk. I don't know, I'm feeling bittersweet right now. You know, a sadness and a bit of a joy, a nostalgia.
Yeah, it was gonna happen. Bittersweetness always goes with nostalgia. That's why you gotta be careful with it. Some people dig themselves deep in nostalgia, and it's like, it's kind of sad. I feel like I know I've done that. I'm looking like going back to Destiny. Looking at you, Destiny. I probably should have quit that game forever ago if I was definitely not like fully enjoying my time, but like I did enjoy playing that game. So like I don't know. I keep reminiscing with it because I have a lot of mixed feelings about Destiny. It's a very interesting thing. That's all.
So when I was a kid on vacation, my parents would always take us to this candy store and give us a $5
Fudge.
spending limit. I snuck into that candy store and grabbed one of my favorite candies, saltwater taffy.
Everybody loves saltwater
A little
taffy.
hard, but other than that, it's just like I remember.
And saving
know,
it for later.
I was always embarrassed to admit it to people, but I really do feel stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck in the past.
I love we're bringing up the shit I was talking about. That's fantastic. Love it. This is literally like shit I brought up earlier. Like, he is very much in a stuck situation, literally and figuratively. And when you're stuck, all you do is think about the past.
It's not like I was Mr. Popular in high school. It's not like a peaking too early thing, but I just miss it. I miss having no responsibility, freeze-dried hopes and dreams that I could enjoy the wonder of without them.
Freeze-dried hopes and dreams. Interesting. That's a statement. That's an interesting statement.
Scary journey it takes to actually get there. I felt so sure of what I wanted back then. I walked around like I already had it. Like it was gonna be easy. Like the world was mine. I remember the first moment that evaporated, and everything was replaced with fear, worry. It was the very last day of high school. I'd stayed late. And when I came outside, the parking lot was completely empty. All my classmates' cars were gone. I wondered where all my friends were, you know, up until then I always knew. I could knock on the door of the house and there they were. If not there, maybe the chains behind the school smoking pot. Maybe the dugout. I could always, with some degree of certainty, know where they were. But when the summer ends and we all go off to college and move away, I won't know where they are anymore. What they're doing, who they're with. Their lives will expand past this 2-mile radius.
Yeah.
It'll be different. I remember walking around the empty parking lot that day. It felt like a cavern opened up in my chest. And a loneliness that had been waiting for years to prey on me got loose. From that moment on, I felt desperate for my friends. I felt desperate for life to stay the same. I used to dig my fingers into the earth as if I could stop it from turning. I would hear my friends speak of those younger years as if they were a prison. You know, I'd laugh and I'd agree because I was embarrassed. Embarrassed I felt differently. Embarrassed that I couldn't move on. I was embarrassed that I missed them so much. Felt weak to miss.
Always comes down to that. a sense of like feeling weak about something that there's no reason to feel that way. I think it's okay to miss those days. Like there's a certain degree of high schoolness that I miss. However, did take me a little bit to realize like, man, I do love my life the way it is. But I understand. I understand the feelings he's going through, to be honest. It makes sense. And obviously we're seeing that like not everyone's like that, right? But there is a certain group of people I think can reminisce with this man wholeheartedly. But it is the important of learning about that, like being able to like I feel like there is something to learn that's like you do have to eventually let go because you could like the potential of making better memories than what your past was, right? Is there, and I think that's worth fighting for. Not like that's like I don't know, that's just my take, right? It's like yeah, it's okay to miss, but it's like, man, you can make so much better memories too, right? Maybe that's just like it's because you're not happy with the current situation that you feel that way. My interpretation, obviously, it's not fact, but that's kind of what it feels like to me, right? I don't know.
Whoever had the least amount of feelings had the most amount of respect.
That's such a man thing, I feel.
I wanted to shake my friends and say
Like,
that it
that could also happen, like, with women, but that feels very toxic masculinity type shit.
mean nothing to you. Are you not terrified of where we're going? Of what'll happen to our friendship? Their disdain for our coming of age felt like a spit in the face. It took me years to move on, and honestly, I don't think I ever truly will grieve the loss of that time. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe everybody's meant to have their empty parking lot. But and then I heard it.
Again, flip of a switch. Love it. Like, I don't know, man. It's like I get it. I really do. But like, it's definitely it's okay to have those fears. But like, I don't know. It's a weird topic, right? It's a very weird topic to think about of like missing the olden days because like I feel like that's also kind of like a very millennial thing because you see with studies a lot of the times that like younger generations are feeling more trapped in their adolescence and then that trappedness because like it's the same type of feeling like say like when you go into adultness like adulthood there's like you take on certain liberties a lot of those younger generations already take those on when they're in their adolescence so like a sense of like not having like a type of freedom to just do things is just not there like how it was I think with millennials like in my childhood I could have really just do anything I really wanted at like 14 onward. Like once I hit my teenager years, it was just a different type of vibe. But like those were like what I vibe like my most free in a lot of ways. No responsibilities, no bills, no taxes. But like it just feels like that's a time that it's like you could do shit and it's like it's fine. Like, but I also grew up in an area it's like if you were able to get a car, you were truly free and I was able to get a car, and I was purely for the fact that my grandparents were able to buy me a car, get me a decent enough car that would last me my entire high school. I had friends who had like junkers of cars and like had a different one almost every 6 months. I don't know how the hell he went through them all, but and it's just like you have that, and you could do wherever they want. You can do wherever you want. Nowadays, it's like kids don't drive because why should they? Right? It's like there's nowhere to go. There was starting to see some of that when I was like used to live in a very small town when I was a child, but you still could go to other places and go do something. I feel like there's less and less of that for a younger generation. So it's like, why would they? So they feel shackled in their house. That's why they go into video games. And that's why we get like younger kids that just don't have, they're jaded and they become mean in a lot of ways towards other like outside groups because it's not experiences of life anymore. And you get like a certain type of child grows up into a certain type of adult. My opinion, at least. It's not really political, but it's just like you get a certain jadedness when you're just not, you don't have any sense of freedom. So like I feel like that's what I interpret this as, of like he like a bit, I suppose. I don't know. I rambled too much on my own situation, not interpreting this story. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's okay to miss it, but it's like it's the fact of like if you were able to, you got to make it better for your current life. But that's so hard sometimes, especially depending on where you live. You know, like this is strictly a very American problem, in my opinion, in the series, and it just goes, and it just kind of just stays right there in a lot of ways. My interpretation, at least. I don't know. Let's find out what's horrors haunting this man now.
And then I heard it. Do you hear that? A
No.
siren began sounding in the distance.
Is that a siren? That sounds like an animal. The inconsistency of it. Like that. This is like our first, this is definitely the first remnant of like, he is not alone. There's something else. I don't trust it. That was weird, man.
I don't know what that sound was. I haven't heard anything of that magnitude ever.
I went to search the beach. Maybe it was just an emergency siren malfunctioning, or maybe it was someone trying to reach me.
That's a shot. God
I
damn.
found nothing except I saw a nester.
What the fuck?
It stopped wandering once it saw me and went dormant, swaying, peaceful. Part of me felt jealous of its tranquility.
What the fuck? Is that a quieter one?
On the way back to town, I decided to distract myself and stop at the old movie theater, just like we used to.
That zoom was weird. Hey, they have their own mascot. It's a dog. Dog mascot. Dog Scott. Dog Scott. Yeah, that makes sense. Those are words that are coming out of my mouth.
All right, I just checked the theater and it's empty. So I think I'm gonna check the projector room and see if I can turn this movie on.
I would love to do this. Right? At least one day. Then, granted, I have been in several movie theaters growing up where there was no
I
one in
tried
the
to
movie
focus
theater,
on the
so
movie,
close
but
enough.
all I could think about was the siren.
The siren was weird, man. It was a situation. It was odd.
When I got back to town, I felt restless, so I took a stroll. As the day came to a close, I felt sadness. The same sadness I used to feel at the end of a summer, knowing another year was coming and a new monster was on the way.
We're heading on the next phase in this story, that's for sure. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautifully gloomy. It's not having that same effect anymore. What are you doing, man? We're going back to, like I said, this whole vacation was a distraction. We're back to how it was at his house. Like he's losing his mind. Dopamine, it can only get so far by appeasing to the pleasures that you enjoy, right? You can distract yourself for a time, but eventually it will catch up with you and you're going to have to deal with it. And that type of healing is painful. You know, like having to actually confront shit and dealing with it to have a outcome in it is a very painful thing. Now, in this case, what could that mean? Right? In a series where he is alone with creatures like nesters, different tiers of nesters, apparently, what could that mean in the long run? I don't know. I don't know how he could get over this, how he could come back, how he could survive, right? If that is part of the story narrative of like he's having to deal with his things that he's having to deal with anything, like if it is a more of a metaphor for his mentality, like his mental health, I don't know how he could get better. Because like he's stuck. Even if he gets past it mentally, he is stuck physically. So how do you get past both to survive? I don't know. This is a long series.
There it is again. Where is that coming from?
Honestly.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah, see?
I'm making an executive decision here. I gotta go look for it. I know it's nighttime. I don't care. I can't risk missing this again. I mean, I don't know if that's a broken siren or if it's, you know, someone trying to make contact.
Unfortunately, I had left my radio.
I was gonna say that was a very much a situation that I think he said something else and they changed it. Just, you know, like a little bit of like when they do like dub over it to get the line crystal clear. It was like one of those situations. Very much so. Because you could tell with like the way his lips and everything is not what he said. I'm guessing the microphone was off.
On the night before, and I realized
By
late
accident,
the batteries
you
had
know?
died, so I couldn't track anything with it. I heard it coming from the beach.
Wait, what happened?
Fortunately, I had left my radio on the night before, and I realized too late that the batteries had died, so I couldn't track
of course.
anything with it. I
That
heard it
sucks.
coming from the beach.
Is that it? What the fuck? Don't touch it. That's how you die. Oh. This feels like an anglerfish type moment happening right now. Is it in the water? Oh! No, are they learning? I think they're learning traps as well. No, not the N64. That's priceless. They're luring him in. They learned tricks. You're gonna have to leave all that shit behind. Yeah. I love the effect of the shaky hand. Also, that is a taped up, fake gun. Budgets can only go so far, chat. Who the fuck did that? Another nester that is learning traps? Like, that's the only thing I got. Also, that door was open the... I love this whole sequence is basically just Resident Evil now. I've been playing too much Resident Evil 2. Don't put it down. Oh! 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 No! Oh no, they're learning! Oh! No! Holy shit! This is why old consoles are heavy as fuck. This is why old consoles are heavy as shit. Back in the day, and were sturdy. You need an impromptu weapon. They knew, Nintendo knew back in the day. They were just built different back then. They knew they had to kill a paranormal type creature to save your ass. Unfortunately, it'll never work again, but it'll get the job done. Oh my god. Holy shit. They are totally learning. They're luring in with traps. Using timing. Fuck. Yeah. That sucks.
I decided to end my vacation early.
Yeah, no shit.
Head back to Big House. More will be coming.
The situation is getting worse and worse. It's only going to get more violent from here. If they can lure people in with traps. Lure him in traps, I should say. Terrifying. I would too. No, he's burying the NES. I would bury an NES too. Are you kidding me? Especially my childhood. That's like, I'm already feeling like that age of like nostalgia, like things aging out, and as they start to wear down. Like I have a 360, Xbox 360, had since I first got it back in like what, 2009, and its disc player does not play games anymore. And I can fix it. However, it's extremely difficult to do so at the moment. So it's like, I feel this. It's very much a similar vibe. It's like, if that doesn't die, it'd be the same thing. I would do the same thing. I would also bury it. Would it be e-waste? Well, it's, in this case, it's the end of the world, so I don't think it matters. But, yeah. Keep one controller. Those are, well, you can't use them anyway, so it just make you feel sad. So yeah, I guess. Oh, all right. I've called so much shit in this goddamn video. I knew it. Yeah. Keep one controller. Rest in peace, NES. You saved my life for one last time. You saved my mentality. Then you saved my morality. Yes. Is that the word I'm thinking of? Yes. God bless you, NES. God bless you.
Hey team, Archivist here. Thank you
Oh.
for watching these logs. Currently speaking to you from an upstate New York dig site where we just uncovered a new batch of tapes, so more
Oh, oh, he got out or something happened. Oh, that's juicy. Because okay, you remember he was talking about okay, no, let's watch
From
this
an
through.
upstate New York
And then we'll
dig
talk about
site
it.
where we just uncovered a new batch of tapes.
Oh,
so
fuck.
more stuff coming. But before I go, I want to extend a special thank you to our patrons who support the archives and help us continue this work. If you are also interested in supporting and seeing unreleased footage, in-process
We
logs,
still have never seen that one, I don't think. There's a short of it, but we haven't seen
and
it.
assisting me in deciding which footage gets released next, please see the link below. Every support that we get helps us keep the archives going so we can continue our work. So thank you so much and stay vigilant.
Yo, all right. We got to talk about this ending now. This is big. One, that looks like a different house than what he's living in. We have not been on this road. That looks like somewhere else. But
Hey team, archivist
if you remember,
here. Thank you for watching these logs.
I'm just going to mute that. So if you remember, the field he was talking about, the very specific growth, where was that? He was like talking about over here, wasn't he? Here it is. Yeah. This fits very close to where they found the next set of tapes. So someone buried those tapes in a very similar field in upstate New York. Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's big details. That's big details for this whole fucking franchise. This whole fucking story. Oh, okay. So, oh man, that's such a massive question to this whole thing now. Of like, what happened? What happened here that like a whole crate was buried of everything that happened as they're gonna decipher through it? Did he survive and he just left them somewhere? Is this what did they say?
Thank you for watching these logs. Currently speaking to you from an upstate New York dig site where we just uncovered a new batch of tapes. So
Is this a second dig site? New dig site. So this is another dig site at the very least. So is he burying these at different locations over the course of his journey? Or is it something happening supernaturally that they're getting teleported to these locations? This is like under a tree. That's interesting. I have no clue what that means, but this is big. This is big info about the world that we're watching. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like this series is fantastic. This series is great. I really have no clue like where this is going in the long run, but we do know a few things, right? We talked about it in the video. He's losing his mind. He's losing his mind a bit. He's not in a great space mentally, but as we talked about, like that's gonna happen. Like that's 100% is going to happen. Because like why wouldn't it? Like why wouldn't that happen? Because he's by himself. He is a human being. Human beings need like human structure. So like not having that is gonna make you lose mind. You like lean on the pleasures that you enjoy to help boost your sanity, like that dopamine hit, right? The vacation, everything was very much just a distraction to just to survive a little bit longer. And then those goddamn nesters, they're evolving. Holy crap, are they evolving? The whole attack on the hotel room negated anything he said at the beginning about how that would be like they would never find him. It'd be perfect. It has his own security system because he's been lured. I think the horn was to lure them out so they can follow him, and then they knew where he was going to be somehow, or someone was watching him already, and then placed the controller out, and then the timing of everything. It's vastly different of what we've known about nesters so far. Like honestly, it's crazy, but also entertaining. So like this series is going, man. We're gonna be next few videos are gonna be way different. His response to everything is gonna be vastly different as well, right? The way he's gonna respond to things, like it's basically just sanity is downhill from here. Survivability needs to be a higher priority than ever. And then we're starting to understand that these are being like in burial sites of how they're being found. How do they know about the burial sites? Was the last tape like a key like indicator of where they need to go? Because it looked like that place where all the patches were, right? Like the that fruit he was talking about. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe they took that as a clue. It's like maybe there's tapes here. Or they have a tape that's not available to the public because it is a Patreon thing, right? Imagine the people watching the Patreon are way farther than the public people, right? So, I unfortunately cannot subscribe to a Patreon, but it's very cool to see what's coming out for the public stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Moral of the lesson, obviously, nostalgia kills you.